Hello, this is Kathy Bukowski, the owner of CB Health Insurance, and this is the CB Health Insurance YouTube channel. Welcome. In today's video, we're going to cover how to enroll in Medicare. Thanks for joining us today. If you're new to our channel, please be sure to subscribe, hit the little bell so you get future notifications when we release new videos about twice a month. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and like our videos and tell your family and friends. How do I enroll in Medicare? So there's four parts of Medicare, A, B, C, D, right? The alphabet soup, but everything starts with the letter A and B. And you really can't do anything until you enroll in Medicare A and B. That's where you have to start. You can't enroll in C or D until you get A or B. So how do you do that? Well, you do that through the Social Security office. And there's a couple of ways to do it. We're going to talk about primarily two, but there is a third way that you can do it to sign up for Medicare through the Social Security office. The first way, in which the government is really pushing everybody to do everything online, is on their website. So what is the website? Online is www.ssa, stands for Social Security Administration.gov. It's not through the Medicare website. If you go to the Medicare website, there's a lot of great information, but they don't hook you back up to Social Security. So you have to go to Social Security to actually enroll in Medicare A and B. And that's the first way you do it. Now, once you get there, you can click on the Medicare icon and start the application process. You will have to create an account for Social Security and then go through the online application process. So that's option one, is to apply online. Option two is to call the Social Security toll-free number and have them enroll you. Now, they probably won't do it when you call the first time. What they're doing is giving people appointments. So they'll give you a phone appointment in the future and schedule time that a representative can enroll you over the phone. If, for example, you don't have access to a computer and you can't do, or you're just not good with online, or you get stuck. I had somebody try to create an account and got locked out, forgot her password, and anyways, hours later, she got enrolled over the phone. So how do you get enrolled over the phone? Well, you call the toll-free number, which is 1-800-772-1213, and they will schedule a phone call for you. Now, it's funny because I've been doing this for many, many years. There was a time that was an option many, many years ago, and then they stopped doing the phone appointment and people went into the offices. Of course, COVID changed all of that. And so a lot of people are now, well, you can't go to the office. They're not open. So they started giving that option to people who don't have computers, who can't do online, who can't download forms and send it in, to call them and get enrolled over the phone. So option one is online. Option two is to call the toll-free number and schedule an appointment to enroll. Option three is the last resort. There are some forms online that you can download, and you can send that into the local Social Security office, or you can fax it. And you tool around on the Social Security website, you will see those forms and you can download them. Here's the problem with this. If you're enrolling in A and B, Medicare A and B for the first time, there's not really an application for that. Many years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, they automatically enrolled people in Medicare Part A. You actually had to opt out. They don't do that anymore. And so people that were delaying enrollment in Part B, there's an application online, and it's called the Part B enrollment form, application form. They don't have an A and B form. So I was recently talking to some other agents and said, hey, can somebody who's enrolling in A and B use this form? They're like, I wouldn't recommend it. You either do the online app or you call the toll-free number. However, if you already have A because you signed up before, you could enroll in Part B by downloading those forms. And you need two. You need the application for Part B, and if you've delayed enrollment for Part B, you're not recently turning 65 because you were working, you will also need the employer verification form, which is a form that says, hey, I've had credible coverage this whole time, so you don't get a penalty for Part B premiums for the rest of your life. So there's 2 forms, and you can download them and fax them or mail them in to your local Social Security office. So option 1 is go to the website. Option 2 is call the toll-free number and get an appointment. Option 3 is download forms, but I probably wouldn't do that if you need A and B. I would do that for B only. Now let's talk about the different circumstances, because I touched on this a little bit, but there's different times that you do enroll. And one of them is when you're turning 65. So when you turn 65, and you're within, your initial open enrollment is 3 months prior to your birthday month, and 3 months after. Okay, you're going to be eligible the first of the month in which you turn 65. So if your birthday is April 15th, you're going to be eligible April 1st. The only exception to that rule is if your birthday falls on the 1st, then you're eligible the month prior. But anybody that has a birthday the 2nd through the end of the month, they're eligible the 1st of the month. So 3 months prior, your birthday month, and 3 months after. Don't wait to the last minute to sign up. Do it before your birthday, especially if you need coverage the first of the month in which you turn 65, because they will not backdate if you sign up later. Okay, so if you are turning 65, what are your options? Well, we talked about this. Either go online and do the application or call the toll-free number. And you want to give yourself about 3 to 4 weeks, I would say, before you need coverage. Certainly the government office has peaks and they have busy times. End of the year is certainly one of them, when it's Medicare open enrollment and people are getting downsized and or retiring and they need coverage and benefits. And first of the month is always busy. So give yourself enough leeway. That one, the application is processed, whether online or on the phone, and they are going to snail mail you the ID card, which is how you get your Medicare number. I don't know if they put it in the letter that they send you. You usually have to wait, and they don't typically give that to you, your Medicare ID number, over the phone. And you will need that to buy drug coverage, Part C or Part D. So give yourself enough leeway, 3 to 4 weeks, before you actually need coverage to sign up. Now, if you're over 65 and you are applying for A and B, or you're applying for Part B only, that's a different situation. Now, if you're applying for A and B for the first time, because there are people that are actually delaying enrolling in Medicare entirely for a number of reasons, and they might be 66, 67, 68, they're either retiring or they're downsizing. The same rules apply. There is really no application for A and B. You can apply online and go through that process and apply for both. Even if you are delaying your Social Security benefits, you can go online and sign up for A and B. But there's not a form you can download. So I would recommend, if you are 66, 67 and enrolling in A and B for the first time, that you either do option 1, online application, or option 2, which is call the toll-free number, 1-800-772-1213. If you have already enrolled in A when you turn 65, and now you are retiring, coming off that employer plan, and you only need Part B, this you can do online for Part B, you can do call the toll-free number for Part B, or you can do option 3, which is download the forms. Whatever option you do, know this: you're going to need that employer verification form signed by your employer saying that you've had credible coverage for Part B, and that will have to be submitted. So if you do if you do the online option 1 and you apply, you will have to upload this form. Your application will not be processed until they get that form. If you call the toll-free number, they're going to require that form as well, and they're not going to finish enrolling you in Medicare until they get that form. And of course, if you download and mail the forms, Part B application, you will also need that employer verification. And oh, by the way, you will need the verification of some sort that you've had credible coverage the entire time since you turned 65. Real quick, I had a couple that was 70 and 72 that contacted me at the end of the year. The husband was retiring. They were on his plan for the last 2 years. And prior to that, they were on the wife's plan since she had turned 65. So they went to the husband's company and said, please verify our benefits, and it only went back 2 years. So there was this gap in coverage. I said, oh, you need another form, or you need some sort of proof. I mean, most people don't keep their ID cards from 5 years ago. They don't have their enrollment applications or some sort of verification. So probably the easiest thing is to get the employer to fill out a form in both situations. But there has to be continuation of coverage and proof that you've had credible coverage so you don't pay that Part B penalty. So how do you sign up for Medicare? Well, really there's 3 ways, but most people do one of 2. First is to do it online through an application. You go through Social Security, ssa.gov, create an account, and you can sign up for Medicare only. You don't have to be receiving Social Security benefits. They will bill you. Option 2, call the toll-free number 1-800-772-1213. Option 3, download forms. Not a good option if you need A and B, okay? So I hope you found this helpful. Please feel free to share with family and friends. Anybody that you know needs to enroll in Medicare. It's hopefully a helpful video. And until next time, we appreciate your time and energy. This is Kathy Bukowski, CB Health Insurance. Bye.